Hello Zine Club, this is Joey. I will be showing you how to create a spread for Zine Club. So first, you want to start off by making sure you're in inches and then setting the width to 5.5 inches and then the height to 8.5 inches. Then we're going to make sure the orientation is correct and then make sure our artboards are correct also, and make sure your bleed is set in every side to 0.125 inches, just as it was. Another note in post, make sure you have CMYK color selected for the print mode in advanced settings when you first make it, or if you already made it, go to your documents, document color mode, and then make sure you're in CMYK. Very important because that's what we need for printing because it gives us the best image quality. Now we're gonna have our artboards up and we're gonna just make sure we go back to document setup just to make sure everything's good. You can always go back and check in case you mess something up. Press OK. Now we're gonna make our spread. And you should make it in Illustrator because it looks the best. So do that. So you're gonna go place. I put stuff in my downloads just because it seems to always upload faster for my downloads. I don't know if that's true, but it does for me on this computer. I'm gonna put a really beautiful creature into the spread. Bruh. It's really beautiful. Gonna just put that in there, and then I'm also going to put just a little test thing that I made that looks pretty good. I think it's one of the better things I've created. It's very abstract. And yeah. So now that you've made your spread, you want to make sure that everything is hitting the edge of your document. Okay? Well, the edges of your spread need to touch that. Those edges will get cut off. Anything from that red border to that inner gray border will get cut off, but you have to fill it in with your spread stuff because you will have white lines or a line of some color if not. So that does mean you want to make sure your text is not really close to that line, but you have to have your images and your background extending past that. Little message from post. You don't have to put your text that far to the center of your document. You can actually just put it about that close to the edge and you'll still be perfectly fine. Of course, you can put your text wherever you want, but you don't want to really go much closer to that gray line than the line I just added. Otherwise, it's going to look a little wonky on the page and look like it's cropped. So I would recommend just putting it maximum, I guess, that close, but no closer to that gray line. And you can mess with the layers and all that stuff. Since I kind of created a masterpiece already, I don't really need to mess with that. You can also go to properties and arrange things differently, bring to front, put to back. You can do all that stuff. Illustrator, I would recommend exploring and getting used to using it since it is a very good tool for this kind of stuff. You can also use Photoshop if you're familiar with it. It's a similar process. Drop a like and comment, subscribe if you want to see a video on that. I'm gonna make a heart. You don't have to do this. I'll speed it up in post. But I'm also gonna see my voice, so you're probably gonna be talking really fast, which is really funny. And I'm just gonna keep talking through it, and hopefully it doesn't scare anybody. But I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Put a lot of hard work into it, and I know it's gonna really look awesome. Yeah. So thanks guys for watching. Really love Zine Club. I'm the editor chief, guys. So this is me editing, and I'm the chief. So that's what I'm doing. Gonna make it pink because like that, it's like a magenta color. Okay. Enough funny business. Everything's good and done, dandy. Everything's touching the lines, if not more than touching the lines. We can see that, especially since I zoomed in. Great. Great, 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 great. That looks really good. Yes, that looks really good. Okay, now we're going to export it as a PDF. So we're going to go to export, export as. We're going to export it to our downloads folder or whatever. It doesn't really matter as long as you can find it after, name it whatever you want, as long as you can find it. Export, yes. Also, we actually don't want to do the smallest file size. We want to make sure that we click on high quality print so that our prints are high quality, which is very good. So do high quality print. I would also recommend using the view PDF after saving just so it pops right up after you finish exporting. You want to make sure you're using the document bleed settings. Make sure you're doing that. Very super duper absolutely important. And then the other settings, they don't really matter that much. We're not going to worry about those right now. And now, as you can see on the bottom, my taskbar, the Adobe PDF thing popped up. It doesn't have to open with Adobe Acrobat, but I would recommend it because you can do this. You can go menu, then you can go document properties, and you can see right there 5.75 by 8.75. Whoop-de-doo. We did it right. It has to be that size or else that sucks, and you should do that, what I said right there, so that it works right. And then you can save this in case something goes wrong and we need you to redo something, which probably won't happen if you followed this video and if you drop a like and comment and subscribe to this video. And yeah, you can see it in your downloads wherever you saved it to. Now, as you can see, we're using Illustrator, so your pictures are going to be pixelated, but anything else you add within Illustrator is going to be a lovely vector format, so there's no pixels. Oh, it's so good. So that's great. We love that. Of course, your pictures aren't going to get that ability, but that's fine. That's what Photoshop's for. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining my tutorial.